Till then, they will not speak. There is absolutely no humanity there. Did Bollywood speak? Did Bollywood speak when Jia Khan was killed? Ask Rabia. Did Bollywood speak, Rabia, then? When your daughter was killed, did Bollywood speak then? Or when Divya Bharti died, did Bollywood speak? When an actor called Kunal Singh was found hanging, and his father, who I spoke to just yesterday, Rabia, said that he fought a tough battle. His 70-year-old retired army man, Colonel Rajendra Singh, fought a tough battle for his son.
Yeah.
His son was in his early 30s when he was found dead. He was murdered. Did Bollywood speak then? They did not speak. They're only repeating what they used to.
Yeah, Arnab, it is so sad. Like when my daughter came into the film industry, all these people, all these icons who wanted to work with her, they would take her time. And now when she was murdered, nobody spoke. Yes, few of them, I will not say that few of them did come to her funeral, did give her that homage, but to speak for Sushant and Disha Salen and Jia Khan, just to say generally, to say to the police, come on guys, do your job. You're supposed to investigate in a proper manner. You can't ask media and individual public to be investigators for you. Like look at Sushant's case and Jiah's case, the injury marks, gruesome injuries. You can see 6 officers who came to my house, saw the injury marks and said, when they saw that it was a murder, they promised me that they will get me justice. What happened? Look at Sushant, they didn't even take photographs. Crime scene photographs in the fixed position, not allowing anybody to be there is a must thing. And you think that police does not know about it? And I am also very suspiciously doubtful about CBI, that the case will go to CBI. What will be the condition? Who is going to hand over the documents and the evidence to CBI? In my case, Arnab, police did not cooperate with CBI. Let me tell you, when CBI came, 20 officers came to my house. They were talking to me, which were relevant, as if they're looking for murder, and they were looking for murder. The first thing they said, tell me, what kind of belt was accused wearing? What kind of watch he had on his wrist? And did you see any saliva, any droppings, any tears on Jia's clothes? And where is her tracksuit? All these relevant questions, they came to the crime scene, they saw. And few months later, Arnab, the whole history changed. The story changed. The internal conflict started among the senior officer and the investigating officer.
I'll go into the details, Rabia, in just a minute.
Yes.
I'd like to go across to Melbourne, Australia, to Nikhil, who's been part of the Melbourne campaign of CBI for SSR. I actually heard that people have collected money to put up hoardings for justice for Sushant Singh Rajput. Tell us more about it, Nikhil.
Yes, sir. No, it's Nish, by the way. Nish.
Sorry, Nish. Sorry, Nish. Yeah, Nish Pawa.
Yeah, and to be honest, it's literally been 3 days within the time frame that this money has been collected. It was started by one person, and then everybody just came across as a wave of people. $5,000 was collected in just 3 days. And in 4th day itself, which was today, basically, these hoardings were up already about 7 or 8 places. And people, not only just like you said, New Zealand as well, we were, when I've shared this campaign everywhere in different groups of Indians in Melbourne and Indians of everywhere around Australia, basically, people from all over the world were commenting, wish we can do that for our cities as well. We want justice and we are dying for it. And as I agree for Jia's mom as well, that justice is being delayed, not in just this case, is every case, and CBI takes forever. By the time it gets to CBI, it's not even fair for them to be looking at it. It should not have been delayed.
And when you're deciding this, Nish, if I can ask, when you're deciding this and you're going into the campaign, obviously everyone's in the campaign, those who are part of it, are looking at the evidence at hand, right? You're following the media, you're taking the facts and making up your own mind with the evidence which is being brought out, I mean, which is in the public domain right now. So people are aware of this in detail, aren't they? Because the police here, the Mumbai police wants to say that, only they are in the know.
Very much, yes. And look, most importantly, I want to thank to your team and yourself as it's still going on. And because when the whole thing started at the beginning, it died off in a week's time. Nobody was actually daring to keep talking
because they
about
covered it up, Nish. Because they covered it up for the first 25 days, they covered it up. Quite
exactly. And honestly, Bollywood Kawal, as you said, it's just not fair. It's not fair because it may happen to their kids. It could happen to anyone. It's just not happening that someone coming from the zero round is not getting.
I think, I mean, you know, I want to keep politics out of this, but all the people, you know, who support Bharat Tere Tukde Honge, who speak up about Shaheen Bagh, who call India Lynchistan, and, you know, cinema stars who go and take pictures in Turkey and, you know, to say that they don't feel safe in this country. Amir Khan, Nasiruddin Shah, all absolutely, I'll tell you, pin drop silence on this one. Deafening silence from all of these people. The biggest names, this is like, you know, I once asked a top cricket star, why didn't you speak on match fixing? The person had no reply. I'd like to ask all these Bollywood people when they want to come out with to do their PR interviews before their next 100 crore release, they must remember every viewership, loyalty, support, and financial support comes from the people of India. And I'd like to go across to Wisconsin in the US. Sidhu Singh is joining us from Wisconsin. Sidhu, you know, tell me about it. There are lots of people who wanted to hush this up, and I truly believe that now it is because of involvement of people like you that, you know, you can't hush this up now in India. Everyone's watching.
Yes, so you know, like Sushant, उन्होंने ज़्यादा movie तो नहीं करी, but he was a very well-known person because of his great performance. So when we heard the news that he had committed suicide, that was unbelievable. You know, that we can't believe that this can be a suicide. Then somehow the pictures got leaked of his dead body, and when I looked at it, you know, even a fourth-year medical student can tell by looking at it, this is not a suicide. This is a murder. This is a homicide. And the way everything was dealt with, you know, any unnatural death, according to medicine, should be treated as homicide unless proven otherwise. So the crime scene should not be touched. You have to take the pictures, you have to take the samples, and you have to register an FIR. But nothing was done, and there was an officer who came out within 5, 10 minutes or 15 minutes, and he said that ये तो suicide का case लग रहा है. So then, you know, everybody was taken aback that this is not right. This is just, it doesn't make sense what is going on. And it seems like जो कि Bollywood में होता आया है अब तक इतने ढेर, you know, Sri Devi and पीछे Divya Bharti, then we thought कि is this related to the same thing? Then we did much more digging, and seems like 3 other people had passed away in the month prior. So since then, you know, we've been digging into this because it just doesn't make sense.
Absolutely, it doesn't, viewers. But the support is incredible. I want to thank all of you because, you know, you've all touched and connected with Republic. We've been working on this, and I've told my team that this is like a classical. We were talking in our newsroom earlier today, and we said this is like a classical investigation where, as you dig more and more, like a peels of an onion, you come out and find out more and more. And I know that I know that, you know, all of you are coming from different time zones here today, but I want to request all of you to just keep this going so that public pressure and public momentum stays, and, you know, we achieve a Supreme Court monitored CBI investigation for SSR. So there is a petition, you know, on our Republic World site, if you'd like to go in and just sign in on it. We already, in the last 45 minutes, we've got 31,000 signatures. So it'll help, because I want people to know. I want the authorities to know that they are under watch, not just in India, but outside India as well. So thank you so much to all of you joining me from different parts, different time zones. Thank you. Thank you.